and have not denied my name. Indeed, I will make those of the synagogue of Satan who say they are Jews and are not, but lie. Indeed, I will make them come and worship before your feet and to know that I have loved you. And so what you were saying, and this is what connected in my brain, about if we are founded on what is true, and they're founded on what is shifting sand, then those people out there, there's going to be people out there when all this stuff goes down. And when Hebrews 12, when he says, yet once more I'm going to shake not only the earth, but not only the earth, but the heavens also. And what we deduce from that is so that anything that's not worthy of standing is going to fall. And those things that are worthy of standing, those things that are built on truth, those things that are built on the foundation, those things will stand. So what's going to happen when all of that falls and this is standing? What do you think a lot of those people are going to be doing? They're going to be gravitating towards something that's standing. So how important then is it that there be something standing? So while I haven't really focused on going over there and telling them necessarily, you're building on sand, this isn't going to work, I've been focusing on building on something that's sure here. So automatically, when things happen, I become a light in the midst of darkness.
Because if we go out there and try to tell them what they don't want to hear, how fruitful is that going to be?
No.
But if we do as we are instructed, to be prepared always to give an answer to him that asks, then he has to know.
Well, let me share my opinion on that, because I agree 110%. Joseph had dreams. God spoke to him. Right? We've just been reading this not too long ago in the Torah portions. So when God first speaks to Joseph through those dreams, and he goes out excited to tell his brethren, how excited were they to hear?
Oh, they're thrilled.
Could we say they weren't ready to hear what he had to say?
You could say that.
All right, and so as a consequence, what happens to Joseph? Well, he gets sold into slavery. Well, thrown in the pit.
They wanted to kill him.
Yeah, they wanted to kill him. They strip him of his cloak, really his identity. They throw him into the pit. They sell him into slavery. He goes down, serves Potiphar. We know that story. He ends up being tossed into prison, falsely accused, and according to Scripture, because the favor of God was upon him.
Yep.
Well, think about it now. The favor of God was upon him. And we, from a temporal point of view, would look at all those things that happened to Joseph and we would say, that's bad. Or darkness. But what happens to Joseph and all that? Well, he goes in to prison wise, but he comes out of prison wiser. He goes into prison a little brazen in his approach to people. He comes out very discreet. But he comes out of prison full of the Spirit of God, the presence. And so now, on the other side of that, what happens? Circumstances change. The environment changes. There's a famine. Things are not of his doing. Things he has no control over. But because he knows this is coming, what has he been doing?
Preparing.
He's been functioning in his purpose. What is his purpose? To make sure. Now, he's looking at it from one point that my job here in Egypt is to build these storehouses and get all this stuff together for the days of famine. And that's true. But what is the real purpose of it? That all Israel might be saved. That's the purpose of it. So then when circumstances change, and who changed the circumstances? Okay? Then, when they come to him, now he waits and he sees, are they ready to hear what I've got to say? And when it becomes obvious that now they're ready to hear what I've got to say, then he shares it with them, and they respond to it. So yes, if you're going to go out there and try to tell people something they really aren't interested in hearing, I mean, when you first come to realize the Shabbat and the feast days and your identity, I guarantee you there's people in this room that got all excited about it and couldn't wait to go share it with their friends, their family, and their coworkers. Did it?
They love it.
So let me ask this question then. If we've found that most people aren't ready to hear what we've got to say, what should I glean from this? Maybe I need to be focusing on just living the life.
Right.
And as I go through living the life, as I come into contact with people who are attracted to the fruit that I'm bearing, and they ask me a question, now I am prepared to give them an answer because I've been focused on living it and coming to understand it. Because you can't teach something to somebody that you don't understand.
Right.
There's
Right.
Oh boy, should I say this?
Yeah. Do it.
Just say
Bridget, we're tough.
There are people out here, unfortunately, in the Messianic world who have an internet theology. They go to this website and they go to that website and they get on this point or they get on that point and now they're going to convince everybody in the whole world why I'm right and they're wrong. That is not working. And as somebody who goes around sharing with all kinds of different groups, not just people who are considered Messianic. In fact, I spend more time in churches than I do in Messianic groups. I can tell you that the biggest impediment to people in churches coming to understand what it is we wish for them to understand is us. We're the biggest monkey wrench in this whole thing. And it's because we get on these little tangents and we get on this website and we learn all this stuff from one person on one website. Oh, that sounds right. Off we go. And you know it's true. We are the biggest impediment to what the Father's trying to do. If we would just spend more time on focusing on Him, His Word, Father, what is it in me that you wish to correct? And just focus on living the life. I guarantee you there will be more people who will be coming to you, attracted to what you're living. And then you can give them an answer because it's not something you learn from an internet site. Or even a book, or even a lecture by Bill Cloud or Brad Scott or whoever. It's because you know it here, because you've been living it. And those are the best kinds of testimonies to give folks.
Yep.
All right. Are you good? Do we need to take a break?
Take a little break.
Okay. All right.
2 minutes.
How about 15? Is that too long or too short?